We now need to start thinking about our load cases and our load combinations. Now, the best way to look at these is to go to the Analyze tab. You'll see that you have various settings and tools that you can use. Now, what we need to look at is initially our load cases here. This is over in the Loads panel. So we click on Load Cases there. Save the project, because I haven't saved the project recently. That's fine. I'll hit Save the project. And then our dialog box for our load cases will actually come up on the screen. Now, you should recognize this from previous videos, because what it is our structural settings dialog box again. And what we need to do here is set up our load cases. Now, what we've got are various load cases available and also various load natures available. So what we're going to do, we're going to select Snow 1 and duplicate it like so. And what we're going to do, we're going to call that drift. So I'm just going to remove that there and type in drift. It's case number 10 and its nature is snow and it comes under snow loads. That's all we need there, just that drift one. And we go to load combinations. Now, the load case name must be unique. Load cases and load combinations must be unique. So I'll click on close there and just check. And you'll notice we've got a drift there already. So really what I need to do here perhaps is call that drift 1 or drift 2. Now, I've deliberately done that purely to show you that Revit Structure does pick up on these things. You can't have a load name that is the same, for example. So we've got there, drift 1 is load case number 10 and it's a snow load. Doesn't matter, all I've done is duplicate a load name, but I've called it drift 1. Doesn't matter. If I click on load combinations now, you'll see it goes straight through there. And you can see we've got a new load combination in there already, which is dead and snow and wind. Now what I need to do is obviously add a new combination here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate this one here. So I click on add. So we'll call it dead and snow and wind again. But what we'll do is we'll change it slightly in the formula here in a moment. So we'll call it dead plus snow plus wind underscore 1. So that's been added now, job done. So I now go down here and I need to add to the formula. So let's have a look at the loads we need to add to this. So we've got a factor here of 1, which is dead load 1. I'll add another one. And I'm going to change this factor here to 0.75, like so. I then need to change the loading here. So what I'm going to do is use my drift 1 that I created earlier. And then I'm going to add one more, change the factor there to 0.25, and that is going to be my wind loading. Now again, we can have a differing factor anywhere here, so I might change my mind, update that at any time, change the load case, change it to wind 1. So that's a dead load, a drifting load, and a wind load. That's all added. The load combination usage there, I'll make sure that that is ticked. So that's a combined and serviceability load there. If I scroll across, combined, dead, and snow plus wind. So I'll OK that now, and I've got a new load combination in place ready to apply to my analytical model. So once I've done that, all I've got to do is save my project.